me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. To master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. Sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the free sky's the limit. Me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm sewing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch Watch me in my face, stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them, stole with them. I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them solved. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit.
All right, guys. All right. What is going on?
What's up, guys?
How's everybody doing today? Yeah, man. We got an interesting, pretty interesting, fairly interesting week of news. Bunch of AEW stuff, a couple WWE stories, man. But before we get into all that, we got to start you guys off with the Backlash review, man. So, I guess we could just go ahead and hop right into the intro so we could get right into that, man. So what is going on, guys? We're back with yet again another edition of the Notorious Sales Podcast, man. This is episode 161 of the podcast. And with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we are on here with Notorious Unscripted after Monday Night Raw, and every Friday at 4 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news, man. If you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, is AEW. Has AEW Dynamite lost its excitement? We talked about AEW Dynamite and how it's severely lost its fire, and it's just Wednesday. it's Wednesday treat to us wrestling fans. We talked about all that, man. We talked about this past Monday's edition of Monday Night Raw, the tournament, and how Raw just felt pretty bland. It really didn't feel fresh at all. So, following the draft. So if you guys did miss that, that is available for you guys on all platforms, man. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. And if you want to see it first, like I said, man, join us right here every Monday after Monday Night Raw for Notorious Unscripted, man. And with that, if this is your first time watching, guys, have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Heels podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video and in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. You have all 8 of these beautiful designs available in more than just a t-shirt, man. You got the Chicago flag design, the Chicago skyline design, the base logo, the IWC's Best Kept Secret, the Riddler-inspired shirt, the Notorious Scratch logo, the only community that matters, the Uncrowned Kings of the IWC Christmas shirt, man. So, with all that, all of these are available in more than just a t-shirt on bonfire.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video and in either mine or Sir K's social media pages, man. So with that, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Heels Podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. How's it going, man?
Going good, man. Going good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Been pretty normal, man. Pretty normal. Just waiting for that double or nothing day, man. Can't wait for that, man. Other than that, man, just been chilling, man. You guys know Durante always asks, man, how's life? How's the family? Life's good, man. Family's good. How's everybody doing in chat? How are you, bro? How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. Yes, thank you for asking, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just getting ready for my vacation all through next week. So that's exciting. And other than that, bro, come back and jump right into Double or Nothing, man. So jump right into Double or Nothing. So should be pretty interesting, man. And I'm very excited for Double or Nothing. So yeah. So, as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. And what about you, Durante? Logan, Bell, Pops, Anthony. I told you, Anthony, in the chat. How the hell is everybody doing, man? Andy McIntyre leaving. He's gonna show up here on Raw. She's gonna show up on Raw here soon. Story on Drew McIntyre, as you can tell from the title, I believe. Yes. Yes, the question is still lingering, man. Will Drew McIntyre leave WWE? Should be interesting to see, man. And Bell says, "Hi guys, I'm 50-50 on this McIntyre stuff. One hand, I could see it. The other side of me, it's getting a little suspicious." Definitely, man. Well, how are you doing, Bell? It seems like everything's going all right for you, which is great to hear, as always. Dude, to be honest, bro.
Yeah.
I could absolutely see him leaving, man. To be honest, I really could. I think he just wants to do something new. I'm getting that vibe from him.
Something different, something fresh, man. Wrestle different people. And those would be some great matches too, man. Hopefully TK will throw a story in there, but probably not.
I don't know about that. Might be asking for too much. Might be asking the old snowman to do a little too much. So
I think I am, man. I think I am.
Yeah, good old TK. So with that, man, I guess we could go ahead and jump right into Backlash, man. So Backlash, man, did this show absolutely shock the hell out of me? I genuinely, when I tell you the show surprised me, I genuinely mean that, bro. I said it last week, I think I said it on Monday. What an amazing concept. It's absolutely insane that it took this long And it took a whole nother guy in the seat of creative to push for these kind of things. But you take a show that nobody fucking cares about 9 times out of 10 every single year. Nobody cares about these kind of fucking shows. You take that show, you put it in a cool venue, and look at that. You get yourself a pretty enjoyable, fun night of wrestling.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just completely, completely ridiculous. It took this long, and 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 somebody other than Vince McMahon to be in that creative seat. But I mean, good lord. I mean, why is it why has it taken this long for the little things like this to happen? Because you know damn well if Vince McMahon was still in charge, WrestleMania Backlash, well, it would have been called WrestleMania Backlash, and it would have been in fucking Corpus Christi, Texas, or fucking Lowell, Massachusetts. You know, so I don't know, man.
Oh, Buttfuck, Tennessee. Somewhere in the middle of nowhere, man. With a dead ass crowd, man. But you put a new, fresh, excited crowd behind it, and it's gonna make it great, man.
Absolutely, man. So with that, let's go ahead and um
Who was it, Kevin Dunn?
I
Beaver?
I maybe could see
Uh,
William Regal.
was it the Con Man?
Could have been Nick Khan. Could have been Nick Khan.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't know how much.
I could see being Nick Khan.
Yeah, I could see it being Nick Khan. And I mean, yeah, I don't know how much pull Regal has, but maybe I could see a little bit of him. But you know, Triple H definitely had some influence, some influence in that. You know that man. That man has said it before. He loves wrestling overseas. But yeah, I mean, props to Nick Khan, man. I mean, that's a fucking smart idea. I can't believe it took this long
And,
to fucking put that puzzle piece together. So I don't know, man.
well, it's all what we always said about Nick Khan, man. He don't give a shit about what happens on TV, but it makes some money, which it obviously did go overseas.
Hmm.
The man's all for it.
Definitely, definitely, especially now because the drought for overseas wrestle, WWE overseas wrestling is completely just I mean the well has been dry, right?
Massive.
They never
Oh, yeah.
ever go overseas. So, you know, when they do, you know, the well you know, they're going to want that well to be filled up, man. They're going to want to start drinking off of it. And I mean at least Puerto Rico got some. So yes, but as for geez, I was going to call WrestleMania Backlash. As for Backlash, the show was very good. The show was very good, man. I was pleasantly surprised with what we seen this past Saturday night. So, what about you,
Mhm.
man? What did you think about the show?
Thought it was pretty good, man. Thought it was pretty good. Not that important overall, man, but what they did was really good, man, and that crowd just elevated every little thing they did. So, it ended up being a really enjoyable show, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry, Logan, I forgot. I forgot about the best overseas crowd. Saudi Arabia. What do you know, man? We're going back in a couple
I
weeks here.
mean, they don't count, bro.
Bro, those people are as
They
fucking useless
they
as the
they really
Thunderdome.
don't count, bro. You might as well just do a Thunderdome show at that point. It's the same audience,
Yeah,
same
but
amount of noise.
yep, bunch of fucking idiots, man. Especially you put two modern WWE superstars out there, they don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, but then you know you go
They
ahead
really
and
don't.
yeah, you go ahead and put Yokozuna out there, and you know you'll have yourself a field day, man. They want to book him. So,
You want to get Ultimate Warrior back from the dead, man.
the that is that is absolutely insane, man. So, to open, um, to open the show. Oh, real quick before we forget. Speaking of unscripted, so as I just told you guys, I'm going on vacation next week. That starts on Monday. So, I will not be in the Shy. I will not be in the Windy City next Monday. So, with that, obviously, there's still a bunch of content for the week that we can talk about so far. We have what was a great episode of Dynamite this past Wednesday, and whatever we get on SmackDown tonight, which I actually have a little bit of news on what we could possibly be getting on SmackDown to set it up. We also have some World Heavyweight title plans. So we got a couple spoilers here, so I'll definitely give you guys spoiler alerts before we cover these two stories. But we do got a week of Dynamite we can still talk about, and we do have a week of SmackDown that we can talk about. So, what we're going to do is, instead of Monday, this week, we're going to go ahead and do Unscripted tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Central Time. So, like 11:30, somewhere around there. So,
Yeah.
with that, man, yes, that is, forgot to mention that, and before I hit that, or before we hit this Backlash stuff, I just wanted to go ahead and tell you guys and inform you guys, no Monday show. Instead, we're going to be doing tomorrow night. We're going to run tomorrow night for Unscripted this week.
Definitely, man.
So, yeah,
man. Definitely. We have a decent amount to talk about, man.
Yes, yeah, we do. We do. It was a very, very good episode of very good episode of SmackDown. Not SmackDown, Dynamite this week. It was a very good episode. There's a bunch to talk about. Even a little bit that actually bleeds into the news. So we will touch on a little bit of this stuff, but before we start on all that, man, let's just go over these Backlash results real quick, man. The first match to open the show was Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. Good Lord. Remember how I told you guys on Monday that a lot of things and a lot of greatness in WWE sleeps, like they know it, but they just forget about, or it just sleeps. Bro, again, I said it on Monday. Why the fuck has it taken us this long for Io Shirai to have a banger on the main roster? You put her in these kind of situations, she excels every single time. She is absolutely fantastic. And then John Cena, on the other hand, is, she's John Cena, so, there's really no running from that. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is, yes, this is the kind of match. This is the kind of match, and this is the kind of scenario, dude. My God, I really wish Io would have took home the championship, bro, because she was so fucking over. The crowd absolutely loved her. It almost seemed like it came out of nowhere, but the crowd absolutely adored this woman. I mean, yeah, she got a great reaction in what was a fantastic match.
Definitely, man. Definitely a great match, man. A great showcase for Io, man. She's one of the best that they have, man, and they declined to use her up until now, and she didn't even win the title, man. But good to see her get a nice shine, man. Hopefully somebody catches that.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So, yes, I definitely hope they were listening for sure. Yes, they absolutely need to have this woman win more. And now that, Bianca beat the Reign or whatever, I would honestly with Io and having her actually take the championship, but then again, is SummerSlam too long? You know what I mean? For Bianca Belair to carry around the Raw Women's title, or are they just going to switch them? At this point, you need to do something because it's fucking ridiculous as to why we got an entire episode of Monday Night Raw with Rhea Ripley walking around with the SmackDown Women's Championship and nothing was mentioned on what they're going to do with these championships. So, I don't know, but something needs to change. And honestly, dude, if you're looking for somebody to run that SmackDown Women's division, dude, I would absolutely love to seeing this being ran back at SummerSlam. I obviously don't want Io Shirai to get her big win in fucking Saudi Arabia or maybe London. Maybe London, Money in the Bank would be a great spot. But as for Bianca Belair is so good, and I like Bianca Belair, but I hate that it's gotten to this point where I feel absolutely nothing when it comes to watching Bianca Belair. And that sucks because she's great, and she put on a contender to two match of the year contenders, or at least honorable mentions, obviously, because we're only 5 months into the year, at least honorable mentions in this fucking women's division so far this year with Charlotte and Rhea, and another banger here with Bianca and Io. I mean, this was just a fucking banger, man, but I just do not feel anything for Bianca Belair when I see her, man. It's just grown so unbelievably stale with me. It's ridiculous. It's like, I get you want to set records, man, but at what cost, you know?
Exactly, man. Exactly.
So, these two wrestled 18 minutes, man. Io Shirai had this match in the bag. And lo and behold, Bayley and Damage Control, Bayley and Dakota come out to help her. And this was the downfall of Io. Io was going to give her the moonsault on the top rope. Bayley was holding the braid of Bianca Belair to keep her down. The ref noticed her holding it, told her to stop. Io got distracted. Once everything died down, Io went to go for the moonsault. Bianca Belair rolled out, hit her with the KOD, and that was it, man. That was it. So, Io loses. So Bianca Belair can keep her reign. And again, I know you want to set records, but at what fucking cost, bro? Because this was not only a banger, but this was a great scenario for Io Shirai to win the title. Because even if you do drag this shit out to SummerSlam, obviously, I think they'll, stop and start it. I don't think they'll be feuding all the way up until SummerSlam. But let's say you wanted to do that for SummerSlam. Is Detroit really going to give her the same love that that Puerto Rico gave here tonight? My other suggestion would be London.
Definitely, man. Definitely. I like that, man. I like that a lot.
Yeah. Or maybe Io's a great candidate to win Money in the Bank. I mean, shit. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I would be down for that. That could be really good.
Yeah,
I would like that a lot, actually.
I would actually like that a lot. Yeah, I'm definitely sitting in the same boat with you on this one. So, yeah, that would be pretty sick. So with this, man, that was that match. Bianca Belair defeated her in 18 minutes. It gave him a huge chunk of time and what was a very good match. And with that, next match, bro. Speaking of good matches, it's the first time I'm saying this, but Omos versus Seth Rollins. Dude, this match was absolutely hilarious. Why am I saying that? Because this man, Seth Rollins, is actually goated on another level. Not only did this man give Braun Strowman a fantastic match, this man brought Omos to a good match.
That's insane. Nobody can do it like him, bro.
Bro, start putting respect on this man's name. He is top 5 in the fucking world, bro. And also,
oh yeah,
for the people, for the people that say he does not deserve the World Heavyweight Championship, is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Absolutely.
Oh, sure. Fuck Edge, bruh. If it don't go to Seth, it's pointless.
Dude. Ugh. Yeah, no way. No way you don't put this fucking title on Seth Rollins. There's no way. I just wish the inaugural, you know, match to crown the inaugural champion didn't take place in Saudi Arabia. I mean, what kind of moment is that? You want to fucking win an
Yeah.
inaugural world championship in Saudi
See,
Arabia? Really?
that's gonna be on the record books, man. The title was created and won in Saudi Arabia. Good lord.
Yeah. Not the moves, if you ask me, man. Not the moves. What can I say, man? Seth Rollins brought Omos to a pretty good match, man. He ended up beating him with a super curb stomp off the top rope. This man, Omos, is a generational giant jobber. Fantastic.
He is, man. Dude's insane, man.
So, hey, what is up, Durante? How's it going, man?
Man, fuck him.
The fucking Saudis, bro. The video
What's up,
boards.
man?
Yeah, what's up, Durante? Also, Durante, I'm not sure we're doing unscripted, man, just to let you know. So yeah, man. Next, I mean, this was this. Oh, they also added this cool thing in Seth Rollins' entrance. The reason, this is one of the reasons I All right. I apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen. I have a quick audio, not audio, video buffer. So I apologize for that. But, yeah, man, fucking had to give her new batteries again. My bad. So, anyway, man, yes, so they added this cool thing into they added this cool thing into Seth Rollins' entrance where he stands in the ring and he puts his arms out and he puts his head to the side and he just listens to the people sing his song. It's really fucking dope. I really like it. But this is
That's
one of the reasons I fucking hate US crowds and they piss me off with where they go to. Go to major cities. Go to Chicago. Go to New York. Go to Minneapolis. Go to the bigger cities. Dude, I don't even know where they were for Raw. I genuinely don't even know. But whatever crowd it was, genuinely fucking upset me because Seth did the same thing on Monday Night Raw. Barely the amount of singing you heard in Puerto Rico. I mean, I was saying the same thing about the main roster fans when it came to Legado del Fantasma's theme song. When they used to chant Legado, they get to the main roster and nobody fucking says anything. And fucking Seth here gets in the ring on Monday Night Raw and he puts his head to the side and he's got his arms in the air and nobody says a fucking word. Hardly. I mean, they're singing it because it's almost like fans over here are so damn stupid. It's like you got to put lyrics on the board for them to participate in anything. I mean, it's completely
they
ridiculous.
really do. They're like just a bunch of children in the fucking crowd, and most of them aren't even children at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense. So Seth, yeah, this man is absolutely top 5 in the world. He's unmatched. I mean, his in-ring work, his psychology. I mean, he's just so fucking good. As my Discord bleeps out on me there. But yeah, I mean, the man is just that fucking good, bro. The man is just that good. And he genuinely brought Omos a pretty good match, man. To a pretty good match. I don't have any complaints, bro. I don't have any complaints. It was pretty good, if I do say so myself, man. So what can I say? So yeah. And with that, our next match on the card was this match, the United States Championship. Oh, Seth Rollins and Omos also went 10 minutes and 30 seconds. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Okay. All right. Yeah. So the next match was this one. It was Austin. Jesus, I was gonna call this man Austin Reeves. Again, watching the playoffs and shit. Austin Theory. Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley versus Bronson Reed. You knew this one was only going one way because Bronson Reed is on Raw. Bobby Lashley's on SmackDown. Austin Theory's on SmackDown. These two guys have been feuding for what it seems like the better part of the last. Yes. Okay. Apologize about that again. Yeah. So Bobby, Bobby was walking to the ring, they even kind of spoiled what was next for him. Michael Cole said he was talking to Bobby Lashley earlier in the day, and he said he was excited to come to SmackDown, and he asked him why, and all Bobby said was Roman Reigns. So that should be pretty good, man. But
Take that L.
yeah, another name on the list, right? So Austin Theory retained here in what was surprisingly like so short. I'm also very tired of Bronson Reed not getting any reaction. This man has been proving that he's like pretty fucking good. At least I think so. And man, they gave him a fucking lukewarm reaction, bro. He got close to nothing, and he's fantastic.
He is, man, but it's also WWE's fault for not really showcasing them to what they should be, man. So
Yes, they should have.
it's
They should have never. He should have never lost that Elimination Chamber. He should have never been
no.
pinned.
He should have. Plus debuting with the Miz, probably the worst way you can start off at any fucking company, man.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Uh, so Austin Theory wins here, and he goes A-Town in PR Town, man. So that's
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. But I just want to see more from Bronson Reed, man. I want to see them do more with him.
yes, and the thing that sucks for Bronson Reed, well, maybe not. He could always go after the World Heavyweight Championship if they really want him to win that, but the IC champion also has another guy that has never lost. So that just sucks, man. It just sucks because he'd probably have to lose against Walter, and I don't really see them putting a world title on him right now. But maybe after Walter loses the IC title, you might have a little something there. But yeah, Theory wins in what was a surprisingly short 6-minute and 50-second match. This one, I believe I tweeted it. It literally felt like they went out there, did as much as they had enough time to do, and they just had to get them out. So it sucks, but it is what it is, I guess.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yes, and the next match was another short one, but a pretty enjoyable one, man. Zelina Vega, she is Puerto Rican, so this was a huge moment for her versus Rhea Ripley. This one was your typical Brock Lesnar, early 2010s decade match. Where at least when he was facing a smaller guy, it was really good for what it was, man. Brock gets the upper hand, he beats the shit out of him for most of the match. Then the babyface comes back and gets that rush of offense that really makes you believe he's gonna win, and then Brock just comes back and squashes him at the end. That is exactly what this match was, and that was the perfect way to book it, if you ask me. So Rhea Ripley won this one, man, and as she should have, man, as Zelina Vega gets the standing O after the match went off the air, or after Rhea left the ring.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Great match, man. Great match.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So with that, Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, the match of the night. The match of the night happened right here, man. As soon as Bad Bunny came out, I seen a lot of people saying this, and it's so fucking true. As soon as Bad Bunny came out, seeing his entrance, I was like, wow, how the fuck do you have Cody Rhodes main event this show?
I swear to God, man. They set that man up.
Dude, man. Damian Priest played his role absolutely well. That man, Corey Graves said it when he was coming out. He said, this man has to feel like the loneliest guy on the island after seeing Bad Bunny's entrance. Bad Bunny's entrance was so sick. I don't even listen to Bad Bunny, but just seeing everybody in that fucking arena know every single word to his song was so sick to see, man. It was a Bad Bunny concert. It was a Bad Bunny concert at Backlash for his entrance, man. So it was really sick, man. But he brought out the shopping cart, as you know, Puerto Rico is a very, very, very famous island with the hardcore stipulation. So Bad Bunny and Damian Priest put on a really good match, man. They put on a really good match. I would love to see. I've seen a lot of people saying for SummerSlam, Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul.
That would be fun, man.
That would be
real fun.
That would be very, very fun, man. You're not really getting them involved with anybody that they shouldn't be involved with, like Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. So you're not really, doing anything bad like that, but just two guys who could just have a match. Be pretty sick if you ask me, man. So Damian Priest had the Judgment Day come out and start attacking Bad Bunny. Then Rey Mysterio came out by himself. Man, and attacked them, but they ended up getting the upper hand. Bro, in the middle of this match, fucking Carlito comes out. This was so sick. Michael Cole was absolutely losing his shit on commentary to see Carlito, bro, and it was that fucking cool, man. It was so sick to see. I love Carlito. He was always one of my favorites from the OG days of me watching wrestling. I'm talking about the the early 2000s when Carlito was one of the Carlito was one of the premier mid-carders when I started watching wrestling, man. So I love Carlito, and he's in great shape, and he looks great, man. He did the backstabber, which was awesome to see. He spit the apple. He spit the apple in the face of Dominic, so it was really cool. Judgment Day went to retreat. Savio Vega came out. They figured they could take him. Then the rest of the LWO, or the LDF, came out to back up Savio Vega, and he and they attack the Judgment Day. They attacked the Judgment Day, man, and Bad Bunny was able to get the win over Damian Priest in the San Juan Street fight in 25 minutes in what was a fucking banger, man. It was a banger. It really was.
Definitely, man. Definitely match of the night, man. And I have no idea why this wasn't the main event, man.
I have no idea. And it's
It's
also
insane.
bad. Me and you talked about this earlier in the week. It's also very bad putting Cody Rhodes in these main events that like nobody fucking cares about. You know?
Oh, really? They send this man up for failure constantly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just not good. Not good in his case at all. Not good in his case at all, man. And with that, the next match was the Bloodline, the Usos and Solo Sikoa versus Matt Riddle, Sammy, and KO. This one was a very good match, man. This was a very good match. It lasted 22 minutes, and it required a lot of turmoil in the Bloodline, man. Jay went to finish off Sammy. Solo thought he was messing around too much, so he tagged himself in. Then as soon as Solo got in the ring, Jay tagged himself back in, almost lost the match for them. So Solo and Jay were just arguing, as where Jimmy's kind of just in the middle of all this. Solo's just has this look on his face like he just wants to murder Jay. And Jay's got heart, man. We all know this character that Jey Uso's built up for himself. Jay's got the heart, so he's fucking not backing down, you know, because this is his little brother. So Jay's not backing down at all. Meanwhile, this man's about to get the nastiest fucking Samoan spike. And Jay's just going at him. He's arguing with him. Solo ends up getting a quick finish off, man, with he ends up just giving everybody Samoan spikes, and he ends up pinning Matt Riddle. But as he's on the ground, recovering, Jay comes up to him to keep arguing with him more. Solo didn't know that it was Jay, but if you ask me, I don't know, man. I think he knew it was Jay. He grabs Jay by the throat, and he's about to hit him with the Samoan spike, and Jay is just looking at him, just asking him, "You're gonna hit me? You're gonna hit me, your older brother?" As Solo didn't even let go at first, too. He held him there for like a hot 15 seconds, bro, where he just had him by the throat. Dude, it looked awesome, man. Jimmy was in the middle of it, kind of trying to calm these guys down and kind of just trying to let them both know that they won. So that was that, man. And like I said, what was a very, very good match, man. Very enjoyable, and it told a lot of story, man, like only these guys can. So
Definitely, man. Definitely. It's really great to see, man. And I can't wait to see, man, when it finally fucking implodes, man. Even though it's probably not for another year.
yeah, so with that, man, the main event of the show, as we just said, nobody gave a flying fuck about it. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. This match was pretty bad, to be honest. I wasn't really a fan of this match at all. This match didn't really do anything for me. The only thing that it gave me that I will absolutely cherish forever is Cody stomping around the ring like an upset 3-year-old kid. Other than that, this match didn't really do anything for me. And the finish was creative. The finish was creative. I definitely don't think we've ever seen that before. Brock had the Kimura lock in. Cody kind of just pushed his feet up and got rolled Brock over onto his shoulders, and he beat Brock. So,
Yeah, man. It's also so funny. Cody was always kept talking about how he's not a coward, or oh, Brock is a coward. He's not gonna back down, and he beats him with a cheap ass pin, bruh.
yeah,
Fucking
and then he runs
Cody.
away.
And then he runs away. Like, dude. Oh, dude, Cody Rhodes he's the funniest human being on the planet, man. He is.
Yes, these fucking inconsistencies that WWE does with booking baby faces, bro. Like, it's like you know, there's nothing wrong with having a badass baby face that, is a badass, bro. But when, I mean, you sit here and act like a fucking scary ass little bitch, I mean, it's fucking.
You're
It,
talking about not being a coward at the same time.
exactly. Like, that's the kind of thing. It almost brings me back to when Liv Morgan was fucking telling Ronda Rousey, if you want this championship, you're going to have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. And then a fucking week later at SummerSlam, she's just fucking tapping out. And like, what? What?
Like, oh, come on, man. This shit gave vibes of the Codyverse, man. And it's not even because of Cody, it's because of how they were booking the man. God damn, do I feel bad for this man, Cody, man. But at least
Seriously,
it gave
bro.
us some fucking jokes, man.
Seriously. So yeah, man. Cody defeats Lesnar via roll up in 9 minutes and 40 seconds. So that was Backlash, bro. And what was a very good show. I liked everything on the show except for Cody and Brock. I did. I liked
You're
everything. I like
fucking,
Cody's entrance. The whoa was nice. I like
I
the
love that.
meme, but
Bro should hit the wall when that shit hits.
oh my god. Stop, bro. Bruh. Bruh.
This shit would be hilarious,
That is
bro.
not okay, bruh. That's fucking hilarious, man. So,
Oh, dude. Fucking Cody.
with that, man, let's go ahead and get into some Backlash news. So, first of all, PW Insider confirms that many WWE superstars have already called on WWE higher-ups to leave Backlash in Puerto Rico permanently or return frequently with other events. The audience's reaction was at the same level as WrestleMania. This was
Yeah.
awesome. No, I do not
No,
like. I fucking hate that AEW does that.
I was
And
just
I
gonna say that.
and I'm not feeling the energy here either. It's like I hated every year when they did SummerSlam in Brooklyn, or when I was growing up, they did SummerSlam in Staples Center in LA every fucking year. SummerSlam is genuinely so perfect for like Soldier Field or Wrigley Field or Comiskey Park. Like if you wanted to, explore Chicago, it's August. It's like the perfect weather over here.
It's their only main for pay-per-view that has good weather.
Yes.
So why would you not come here?
The only one. You cannot do a Mania here. You definitely can't do a Royal Rumble here. And you can't do a Survivor Series here either. SummerSlam is perfect for one of our baseball venues or our football venue. So what if you fucking think it's going to rain because Chicago weather is Chicago weather? Build a fucking canopy. What the fuck?
That's the whole reason they build the fucking canopy at Mania every year, just in case it fucking rains. Come on, man. Come on. Yeah, I don't like the idea of those yearly pay-per-views at certain locations. Like you were saying, I hate that AEW does that. I
Yeah.
really do. I've been saying it for years now. I want a Double or Nothing so fucking bad in
Yes.
Chicago, man. But just go all around, use Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, I think Bell said earlier in the comments, Puerto Rico would be perfect for SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Ooh, that'd be fire.
Because that's the thing that always killed me with SummerSlam. I never really cared for it. They never take it to a place that feels like summer. Every year, fucking New York, Detroit, these places don't feel like summer. You gotta get it in Puerto Rico, put it in Cuba, go put it in fucking somewhere that's
Miami.
nice and tropical, Miami. Put it in a vibe that says summer, bruh. Put it outside.
And
I want to see
also,
the sky.
yeah, also too, even when they did it in LA, it's in a closed arena. So it's like
It's like, what's the...
like they mastered it last year, like Nashville in an outside arena. Granted, half the fucking arena was fucking empty, but I mean, the show had a nice vibe to it. It did. It had a really nice vibe.
Exactly, man. And that's the type of shit I want to see. That's why I always hated SummerSlam. It is my least favorite. Even Survivor Series kind of got up there in itself, man. But it's the most overhyped pay-per-view in their catalog, man. That they overhype. I hate SummerSlam. I always do.
Biggest party of the summer,
The
and half the
biggest
time it
fucking
fucking
scam of the
sucks.
summer. Come on, bro. Put it in good locations like Puerto Rico. Or you can use Puerto Rico for any other thing. Um, Extreme Rules if you're still doing one of those. Shit like that, man. Shit like that I would love to see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't do the Don't do the don't do that. Yeah,
Yearly bull.
do not do a yearly Backlash in Puerto Rico, man. Yearly pay-per-views suck. I love All Out, but do you know how much I hate that it's All Out every year?
Here.
Like,
Dude, even
mm,
we're getting AEW's doing All In, and they're just doing All Out a week fucking later here. What the fuck? So we get the scraps?
yes,
Just don't do it.
yeah.
I hate that, man. I hate that so much.
Seriously, bro. Seriously, it makes no sense. I'm not for this at all. And you know, you can give, dude. We talked about how Puerto Rico is very famous with the hardcore style of wrestling. If you still wanted to do Extreme Rules, what
That'd be
better
perfect.
place?
Exactly, dog. Exactly. That would be literally perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer if you just nix Extreme Rules, but
Oh
that's
yeah,
just me.
easy.
But if you still wanted to do it, hey,
Or
Puerto Rico.
change the name. Create some original. Create. Bring back Armageddon, and that's when you do all your dangerous matches or what. You just put a new name over it, dog.
Mhm.
That's what we always said. All you have to do with these gimmick pay-per-views, just put a different name over it that isn't the match itself.
Seriously. Like, dude, you know how much you know how what is it? You know how much like ECW names, ECW pay-per-view names you can dip into and you
Literally.
don't for Extreme Rules? Like, think about it. No December to Dismember, fucking Barely Legal. Like, look at all those fucking awesome names, like all those awesome pay-per-view names you have for like a hardcore type show, and
You don't use any of it.
you use Extreme Rules. What the fuck? One Night Stand, you know, bring back ECW One Night Stand. Hey, something
So,
or November, what was the November one? November.
I think it was also November to dismount because I know they did it in December. That one. I think they just did this. Did they just say
I
did
was
they
gonna
just have the same name for November?
I was
I
gonna
think they
think
did.
I think so. I was gonna say that. I think so.
I
But
mean,
yeah, man.
maybe even it's September. If you want to do it in September, you get it.
September to
The wording,
Dismember. Yeah,
the wording still fucking works. The only one that really does it in that season is October. You
exactly.
can't really do that one, but and they do love doing it on Halloween now because the Halloween theme because it's violent. Fucking
Horror.
the horror show. That you finally create an original title, and it's the horror show at Extreme Rules. What does that mean? I hate that to this day, man. But I'm, I'm saying no to yearly Backlash in Puerto Rico.
Same.
Just go to Puerto Rico more often, man. Do different shows.
Definitely, man. And with that, speaking of somebody who was at Backlash in Puerto Rico, according to the wrestling blog, Carlito's return to
The
WWE was only one night. I'm dead. Was only one night. So far, he is not signed with WWE, but this could change in the coming weeks. Bro, again, this man, um, this man would absolutely be perfect in WWE. They brought him back for the Royal Rumble a couple years ago, and then he appeared on Raw, never to be seen again after that. So I don't know what they're thinking with him. I genuinely do not know at all. Um, it seems like he's still got a couple good years in him, man, and they don't want him for whatever reason. So I don't know. I don't know, dude, but Carlito's fantastic, and I still think he has a little bit more to give to the WWE audience for sure.
Definitely, man, and he's still wrestling on a constant basis too. It looks like it. I saw him tweeting
Mm-hmm.
about how he's still in the Indies. He made a joke that his booking price was able to go up after Backlash. Like
Yeah.
he's still obviously, in the shits all the time. Not all the time, but on a constant basis. Use him. That's a legend that I'd be happy to see more of.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Dominic would be a perfect pay-per-view match.
That would be pretty cool. He does spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
And Dominic, he ain't cool, bruh. That crowd pop when
Not
he
at all.
spit it. That crowd would go nuts for that man if he does that to Dominic.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that was a huge, huge pop, man. That was a huge pop when he spit in fucking Dom's face. So that should tell you already what you have in them. So, speaking of WWE going, also, Bad Bunny brought in 40 million views for the Backlash event. The
Holy
most
shit.
watched Backlash in history.
Look at that, man. Look at that.
Yep, revenue was up 98% from the previous year,
Holy fuck.
and the venue sold 35,000 seats.
Come on, man. Come on. Do it more.
Yep, definitely. Definitely. And
Oh,
you know Nick Khan was absolutely swimming in that shit, man.
you know it. Even though I remember seeing something that was weird about this Backlash. I think it was like the arena in Puerto Rico that they went to.
Uh-huh.
Like, they had to pay that arena and didn't get much from the arena itself and in terms of like ticket sales or something. They only made money in terms of like viewership and merch and shit. I thought it was something like that.
I did
Where
hear
it cost,
they did like a one it's like a $1 million gate or something like that, or they only made like $1 million off that.
yeah, because I think that arena in Puerto Rico like took it most of it through with their deal because that's how that arena in Puerto Rico works.
Damn,
It's
they
something
got
weird.
big.
Yeah, yeah. So if they is that like the only arena that they got?
I don't know.
Because I think it might be one of the only main ones. So I don't think they'll be going there that often. If that's the case, man, because Nick Khan and about getting that money, but they made a lot of money. So keep it up,
Yeah,
man, please.
definitely. And speaking of international shows, WWE is planning another international pay-per-view later this year. WWE is looking to hold another premium live event in an international market this year, coming off the widely praised Backlash PLE in Puerto Rico. WWE will hold its Night of Champions show in the Jeddah Superdome in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on May 27th, then going to the O2 in London, England on July 1st for Money in the Bank, and then Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan for SummerSlam. WWE has yet to confirm the dates and locations for the rest of their 2023 premium live event schedule. On Monday, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful reported that WWE has spoken with representatives in Australia to gauge interest on a potential premium live event. The Boozer 666 account, I don't know who this dude is, but I've been seeing him a lot.
Mm,
The Boozer 666 Twitter account, which has broken WWE stories, noted on the social media platform that the international PLE is scheduled for Saturday, September 2nd. No way.
those fuckers.
Wait a minute.
Ain't no fucking way. What is that? The weekend before, or is
That's
that the
the
weekend
weekend
of?
of.
I know what I ain't watching.
Let me see.
The fuck? I don't care where they are.
September. Wait, Saturday. Yeah. So All Out should be September 3rd. and they'll be the second. To be 100% honest, though, I don't hate
Okay.
that.
I don't hate that. I thought it was the same day for a second. I was
No,
gonna say
no, because
they
oh wait, no, because they'll be in Australia. I was gonna say they might run with Collision, but yeah, because AEW is no more Saturday shows. Probably even Full Gear won't even be a Saturday pay-per-view. It'll probably all be Sunday now because of Collision.
probably, man. Oh yeah. Fucking A.
Yeah,
That's why
so
you don't weekly television on a Saturday.
So, yes, it looks like they are going to be doing their Australia show, if it does go through, on Saturday, September 2nd. And then All Out should be September 3rd. So, I like that a lot. Last year, All Out weekend was so fun because we had Clash at the Castle and then All Out. I mean, that shit was just fucking awesome. It was a great weekend to be a wrestling fan, man. I'm excited for it, man. Should be pretty good.
Oh yeah, man. Hell yeah. That week as a whole is gonna be crazy because it's whatever the show is gonna be for WWE, All Out, and that literal next weekend. Oh, All Out. I meant All In for the first weekend. Three pay-per-views in the span of a week. Good fucking Lord, AEW. And you know Tony Khan's gonna be mad that they're running the same weekend, man. Running the same weekend. You know him. So let's see how it goes, man. But that's cool, man. I thought it was gonna be on the same night for a second, bro. I was gonna say, oh man, but it's not, man. So that makes it a million times better, man. I'm down. I'm down. Let's
Definitely,
get
man.
Super Showdown.
Oh fuck, dude! If they bring that fucking name back, I would have. I think one of their original. I think Triple H performed on this show too, so I hope they use this name. But I think he performed on a show in Australia called Global Warning.
That would be cool. That'd be a good one.
That would be pretty sick, man. So, also, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has asked. She says they have asked about an Ireland stadium show. She says, we were just talking about that. Yes, I gave the venue and all. They already said we can have one. Becky told Mark Andrews on My Love Letter to Wrestling, when asked about the possibility of a stadium show in Ireland, she says, I don't know that we have the population to sustain it, but I think when you have the UK and Europe so close, absolutely. I would love an Ireland show. I think that'd be awesome. I love international shows. It always just gives a different vibe, man, and it's always just so awesome.
Exactly, man. Exactly. It's gonna be great, man. I hope they could do one there.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So, yeah, man, that is the news on all of the WWE international venues ventures they might be going on. So, with that, speaking of an international superstar that constantly pushes WWE to do international shows, Drew McIntyre. The Wrestling Observer confirms that Drew McIntyre is working with the idea that this could possibly be his last WWE run. Maybe have one last title story and leave. He'll be out of action for several weeks. Nothing has changed about his contract situation.
Man, oh man.
I can see it, bro.
I could really see it, man. I think he wants something different, man. He wants different opponents, especially with the league of opponents that AEW and just the general other world of wrestling has. How could you not, man? You could face Kenny, Hangman, Will Ospreay, all those guys, man. Darby. It's a lot of matchup, man. A lot of greatness.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. Should be pretty sick. Another guy that actually has his contract, well, not coming up soon. It is up. Fightful Select is reporting that Tama Tonga is officially a free agent. He's working with New Japan Pro Wrestling without a contract, and WWE is interested in signing him. Could be something interesting, man. Maybe he could go ahead and spice up the OC a little bit. I don't know, man.
That could be interesting, man. That could be interesting. Who knows where that man goes? He's a fucking mystery, man. At some point, he's fucking marking out for WWE. You know that, or he's marking out for New Japan. I don't fucking know with that guy, man. He's got to make a decision.
He does. He definitely does. But his time in New Japan is, I don't know, man. It might be coming to an end. I could definitely see that happening.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
With that, man, WWE's, well, before we get into that, actually, Braun Breaker, man.
This man.
Why WWE did not call up Braun Breaker in this year's WWE draft? According to WKRD Wrestling on Twitter, there are plans for Braun Breaker to be called up to the main roster. However, due to his current heel gimmick, WWE decided to have him develop his character there and plan on calling him up after SummerSlam. Regarding Braun Breaker going undrafted, we've heard that there are tentative plans to draft Braun Breaker to the main roster, but officials are so impressed with his heel persona, he remained in NXT to better cultivate his character. There are tentative plans to call him up after SummerSlam. I will say, they are as impressed as I am, because that man looks fucking fantastic as a heel. He does.
He looks way better. When he was a babyface, man, he looked like a fucking goof, man. Always fucking yelling and fucking being angry, but he was a good-ass person. Fucking weird, man. But him as a heel, man, that's his place, man. And I like the way he was feeling, man. And I like the fact that they want to have him develop a little more in NXT, man. It's good to see developmental being developmental again.
Yes, it's good. It's definitely great to hear about them wanting people to develop in developmental, because you know, a lot of times people just want to get people on the main roster because people are so used to big fucking names that do not need to be developed coming into NXT. But now, you know, we're in a different period, man, where, you know, it may be good to have Braun Breaker do one more summer in NXT and then call him up, and I think he'll be fine, man. I think he'll be fine, and I like how they're not, you know, because what if he sucked as a heel? You know what I mean? And then he would have been on the main roster as a heel, you know, and then
place up.
Exactly. So it's good to, you know, let him develop it, man. And they're impressed with him, and so am I, man. I'm very impressed with him. He was okay as a baby face, but, you know, like Sir K said, a lot of things just didn't match up. You know, he was just always fucking yelling, and he's always fucking angry, but he's a baby face. But dude, seeing him as a heel, just like his mannerisms and stuff like that, like that's the guy that could possibly be not the guy, but definitely the future.
Definitely.
Yes, a heel Braun Breaker could be one of huge heel for WWE if he continues to develop, man, and it's looking good for him. So
hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, good for him, man.
And with that, man, onto our couple spoiler alerts. Onto our next couple spoiler alerts for WWE. We got news on Night of Champions. What is Roman Reigns going to be doing at Night of Champions? And then the one could be a possible spoiler on the plans for the World Heavyweight Championship. So I'm going to give you guys like 5 seconds to click off the video. or mute us or whatever you got to do if in case you don't want to hear these spoilers. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Earlier today, the Boozer Wrestling Insider account that is private on Twitter gave some scoops on tonight's episode of WWE Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. We should note that Boozer Wrestling account has been incredibly accurate with backstage news. Boozer stated that Grayson Waller will invite the WWE World Heavyweight Champion as the first guest of the Grayson Waller Effect talk show. Presumably, the invite will be issued tonight, and the interview segment will happen after the PLE. Typically, WWE uses talk show segments to kickstart feuds, so it looks like we might be getting AJ Styles versus Grayson Waller after Night of Champions. One of Boozer's followers tweeted that they hoped AJ is the person who Waller has as his guest, and Boozer replied, "Consider it done." So unless plans change, it looks like AJ Styles might become the World Heavyweight Champion. This is interesting because Styles is a part of the SmackDown brand with the OC, so that would mean that the World Heavyweight title and the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship would be a part of the same brand. That is unless the decision is to move Styles, unless the decision is made to move/trade Styles and OC to Raw. Tonight on SmackDown, it will be Styles versus Edge versus Ray in a triple threat match, and the winner will go on to face the winner of Sheamus, Lashley, and Theory. The final two men will fight to compete for the World Heavyweight Championship. AJ's a SmackDown guy. I don't like that. I literally love that they drafted him to SmackDown. So to trade him, I think would be completely ridiculous. I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I think it would be dumb.
I don't like, I don't like the whole, well, Seth needs to chase. Why can't somebody just win a tournament? Is a tournament not
chasing?
I mean, you had to run a whole fucking tournament.
Right, yeah, like,
I don't know. I don't
get it, man.
That makes no sense. Oh, sorry.
It would be completely pointless to draft AJ from Raw to SmackDown to just trade him back like 2 weeks later. What the fuck would be the fucking point of that?
That doesn't make any sense at all. And to be 100% honest, bro, this just sounds completely fucking inaccurate. Even if AJ does win and he gets traded to Raw, why the fuck would he feud with somebody who's on SmackDown still? Grayson Waller. It doesn't make any sense. This sounds completely stupid, man. I don't know. I don't know if I believe this report, to be honest. So much of this just makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just so nonsensical and just, it wouldn't work. I don't know why. It can't be real, man. I would hope not.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And with that, same guy here, Boozer Wrestling, he is reporting that at Night of Champions, he's reporting tonight on SmackDown, Roman Reigns is going to still be upset with the Usos for not bringing home the tag team championships, and the tension will continue to build. Thus, he will be happy with Solo Sikoa. He will, obviously still be so mad at the Usos. He is going to recommend or put out the challenge that him and Solo Sikoa will go on to try to get the tag team championships back themselves against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I think this sounds great. Not for a show like Night of Champions. First, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens do not travel to Saudi Arabia. Secondly, if you're moving with the concept of every title has to be defended, why does Roman get exempt to that? I don't know how much I'm believing Mr. Boozer Wrestling, but as for the story of Roman and Solo, obviously they're going to lose. I feel I feel maybe the Usos will indirectly cost them, or Solo will get the pin, and that will start the turn of Roman kind of looking at Solo a little sideways. But how you feeling about this, man?
It sounds decent, man. It sounds all right. Obviously, it can't happen at Saudi because, like you said, KO and fucking Sammy don't go to Saudi.
Yep.
So, dur. But it sounds all right, man. It sounds like a decent one-off, man. To get a decent little story rolling against Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns, get that ball slowly rolling, man. It sounds all right. I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, and again, I mean, if you're gonna move with the concept of, oh well, because I was hearing a lot of stories of, oh, Sammy and Kevin might drop the championships because all titles need to be defended, but you're gonna put Roman Reigns in in a tag team title match when he holds 2 world championships.
Like, it wouldn't even make sense. And you have so many other champions. You could easily go without those two defending those tag titles there. You'd
Easily.
have both mid cards, both women, and you could crown a new world champion. That's more than fucking enough.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just really hate that the World Heavyweight Championship is going to be the inaugural champ is going to happen in Saudi. That just irks my soul. It
That's
really
fucking
does.
lame, man. Ugh, WWE, man. Always gotta do something lame.
So yeah, man, it looks like that's what they're going to be doing maybe for Night of Champions, but to be 100% honest, bro, I don't
I
even
don't
know
believe
about
it.
this fucking story either. I don't know how credible this Boozer guy is, but I don't know. I mean, I seen somebody say it on Twitter, and I could be completely wrong. I don't want to bash the man, but somebody said, man, like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, where
Like,
did he
come
come
on, bro.
from? I mean,
Who
two
the
of
hell
these
are you?
two of these fucking stories you just broke make absolutely no fucking sense. I don't know. But then again, sometimes WWE can make absolutely no fucking sense. So that we'll just have to wait and see, man. But I genuinely don't know how much I believe either of these two stories, man. So,
I
all
really
right,
don't.
that is the end of the spoiler alert. Now on to more AEW news, man. So, CM Punk, Chicago Phil.
I got another nickname actually I saw.
Do you?
I saw this nickname and it was really good. Medical Bill Phil. How's that
Medical Bill Phil. I like it, man. I like it.
Hey, here we go.
Yes, Bell. How did I freaking forget that? Yes, Jay did, when Solo grabbed his throat, he said to Solo, "I'm your brother, not him." And he did not specify who him was, but I think we all know who him is. I think him is the tribal chief. So, dude,
Exactly.
and also too, with Roman being exempt to defending his championships for no reason, is that really how you want to go about 1,000 days? I mean, don't you want him to beat somebody pretty cool to
Yeah,
get
like
to day 1,000?
beat a legit ass opponent to, solidify those 1,000 days.
I don't know, man. I don't know. So I also did hear another rumor. We didn't put it in the news because there was nobody had their name attached to it or anything like that. But well, I mean they usually never do. But anyway, there was a rumor going around that Karrion Kross, AJ Styles, and Bobby Lashley. Which, if that rumor's true, it also wouldn't make any sense why AJ would keep the world championship unless they're gonna have Roman Reigns win the world heavyweight championship from AJ Styles. Which obviously I'm kidding, but so um I've been hearing that Karrion Kross, Bobby Lashley, and AJ Styles are going to be his summer opponents.
I could
So
see it.
Cody's not happening at SummerSlam, man. It's Mania, bro, and
It's
it
Mania, bro.
And it's like on one hand, I agree with the shit because there's only one place to end Roman Reigns' title reign, and that's WrestleMania.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, you ruin the moment. Like, it's ruined. It's fucking
Exactly.
ruined.
It's gonna be ruined no matter what, man.
It
So,
is Cena and Rock.
I mean, exactly. Exactly, man. Twice in a lifetime.
Yep. Yep. I'm sorry, Logan.
They happening, bro.
Sorry. It's
Hate to break to you, big dog.
not happening, man. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. I can't shut up, bro. As my job is literally to talk. I can't shut up. I'm sorry. Cody is now happening at SummerSlam. So, look, man. So, we got backstage news on the return of Chicago Phil. We got another interesting development in the story. Fightful has released some details rumored on the new primetime AEW program Collision, which is set to be announced soon, along with a major return match for CM Punk. The Collision show is expected to be announced at the upcoming Warner Bros. Discovery upfronts. You were saying this too, a rumor that we've been hearing. Speaking of Warner Bros., they have not told us where to watch All In yet. So I have a really
Mhm.
good feeling they're going to end up putting it on their new show, Max.
Yep.
The successor, if I guess you can call it that, to HBO Max. So I could see, I could see them. I could see them. I could very well see them putting All In on Max, and hopefully Double or Nothing is the last pay-per-view we have to pay $50 for. And not only that, we're going to be getting something that we can pay $15 a month, a service. Not only that, there's a fucking functioning app that I can go on and watch the fucking show.
We can just open one single app on any device and just click what we want to watch. Oh man, that's the dream. That's the dream with AEW at this
The
point,
dream,
man.
bro.
Good lord. But especially having All Out the next weekend, ain't no way they would make people pay for two pay-per-views in the span of a week. There's no fucking way.
No.
So I genuinely think that Max, it's just called Max now. It's just stupid, but I'll refer it as HBO Max still,
Yeah,
just for you
definitely.
guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I think HBO Max is included in this deal, man. I think they are making a deal with them too, and I don't know if their weekly content is gonna be put up at all there. I don't know, but I think at least events will, like pay-per-views, man, and I really hope so. Um, I would also really like their weekly shows to maybe not put their live, obviously, you probably can't do that, but
Like how
maybe
they do it on Peacock. They just put like the week after.
just the week after. That wouldn't be bad at all. One thing I really want from AEW, documentaries, man. You could do so many
Dude,
documentaries with the people back there, man. I want that Brawl Out documentary, dog.
bro.
That shit will get so many fucking views. It's insane, bro. It's insane, but Deal with Max can be so good, man. And if this $1 billion deal they're talking about is real, man, I think that might be the change that AEW needs, man. Especially with the other stories we got about AEW, this could really be the refreshment of AEW, man. And we might get that 2021 feel back in this company, man. And I hope so, man. I really fucking hope so.
I genuinely hope so, man. I genuinely hope so, because um this Wednesday was fucking fantastic. But I mean, before that, man, it's just blech, if you ask me. Um,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
just very like I mean, we talked about it on Monday, man. It's just like Dynamite doesn't like Wednesday doesn't feel like Wednesday anymore. Like Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I used to look forward to every Wednesday, man, and I would plan my day around making sure I was home exactly, around 7 o'clock. But You know, I mean, it hasn't felt like that, man. It's like, oh, okay.
Like,
If I
just
miss
helped out.
5-10 minutes of Dynamite, whatever, you know. So, um, yeah, man. So, also another thing that's changing with CM Punk's return is now his first match back is going to be on Collision. The first episode.
I do think he might debut into a match, man, because there were the rumors today that I've seen
Uh,
of the name of the first episode of Collision.
the second chance or something like that. The second coming.
The second coming, man. So, yeah, I think we're gonna see the second coming of CM Punk, man. Hopefully it's his own. Is it? Hopefully it's his last fucking
Hopefully it's
coming,
his
man.
final form. Yeah. Dude,
Hopefully there's not a third, man.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. To be honest, I would like to see him on the mic first, not just
Instantly in a
like,
match, man.
yeah,
Especially with them legs, man. Who knows if they're gonna fucking not fold. Knowing that fucking guy, medical bill Phil. You never know.
medical bill Phil. I like it. That's hilarious. So according to multiple reports, Punk is pushing for a marquee match for his AEW return. AEW reportedly has major plans for a huge match, tentatively set for Collision. CM Punk versus Chris Jericho has been discussed internally, and Punk also pushing for another opponent for his return. Punk and Jericho recently had a meeting to resolve their issues. And according to Fightful Select, sources close to CM Punk have indicated that he's became increasingly interested in working with Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah, that medical bill's gonna be flying.
I was going to say, man, first of all, Chris Jericho might go a little easy on him on the mic.
Yeah,
Bro, Samoa Joe?
Oh, dude, it's over with.
Oh, this
You
return is going to be
don't
fun,
wanna-
man.
Dude, everybody has so much fuel against CM Punk. It's unreal.
Dude, genuinely, bro. Yeah, this man, Phil, this run is going to be fun, bro. The amount of fucking people that are... He's trying to become a better person. This is really going to test it, man, because these people are going to be poking the fucking bear. I already know it, man. I already know.
Joe, did you
Yeah. This man
not
was
see
making fun of Jeff Hardy at AA meetings, bruh.
exactly? Did he not see that Jeff Hardy feud, bro? Dude, Punk is fucking, dude. I can't wait for Punk to come back, bro. That man is gonna be fucking target number one. Oh, it's gonna
Yes.
be hilarious,
Yes.
especially Samoa Joe. And Punk is wanting Samoa Joe too. You wanna get annihilated in the ring and on the mic? Come on, bro. Come on.
Maybe, because I believe they're really good friends.
Oh, I think
Internally, they'll discuss like, "Hey, go easy on me." But
still, bro. That's Samoa Joe you talking about.
I was
That
gonna,
man go
I was gonna say, but you don't want to risk putting Samoa Joe out there and underperforming because he has a standard that people,
exactly.
are gonna think of him. He's got to say a little something.
But the fact that they are friends, I can see Punk being cool with him saying certain shit like, "Yeah, you're my boy. I know
Right.
you mean nothing behind it.
Yep.
Just say what you need to say." Plus, they could also make the story of like, if Tony Khan still wants to do that thing called a story, that Samoa Joe could always be mad at CM Punk for coming back and trying to take, titles or whatever. And you weren't there. I kind of. I mean, even no, that wouldn't work because Joe's been off TV for a minute too. But I mean, you could put some fuel on a fire for a story, man. If Tony Khan still does those.
Absolutely, man. You cannot use the elite crutch anymore. It seems like those are the only guys that come prepared. CM Punk is as well as another one.
Exactly, man. So I'm excited for him to come back, man. And Joe might be one of the best and worst opponents he could ask for, man. That is going to be brutal, and I cannot wait.
Definitely. So, AEW AEW is set to make a very huge announcement next week. It was revealed on this past Wednesday's Dynamite that a major announcement will be made next week. This will be this will be very likely to be the highly anticipated AEW Collision show, which will air Saturdays on TNT. Both Miro and Thunder Rosa returned on last night's AEW Dynamite and entered Tony Khan's office, implying that they will be a part of the new Collision show. CM Punk will also reportedly be a part of the new show as well. There's been a lot of rumors because he tweeted something out that Andrade will be the next one to walk into Tony Khan's office. This is literally the fucking locker room of disgruntled misfits in AEW. And then Dynamite's going to be like your 2019-2020 vibe of Dynamite.
Yeah. Dynamite's gonna be the OGs. Collision's gonna be everybody else. They kind of can't do a brand versus brand because it really is gonna be brand versus brand in that backstage area, man.
I was
They're
going
gonna
to
be
say,
throwing hands. But,
yes.
but that looks good, man. I actually like what they're doing. Andrade actually, although he didn't show up on TV, he did make a quote tweet about him, a little vignette for himself he made.
Yeah.
Like that man heard $1 billion. He's coming back to work. Fucking asshole. Yeah, man. It's looking up, man. It's looking up. This is looking like it's gonna be a good thing. Even though still I don't like it's on a Saturday, man. But I like and I hope they completely separate those rosters and make something fresh, man. Make something really fresh.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. So, despite her continued presence at AEW tapings in a backstage capacity and her contributions to the Spanish commentary team, Thunder Rosa's back injury has prevented her from fully returning to the ring. Dave Meltzer reported that she has undergone training but has experienced substantial pain, and her back pain has shown no signs of improvement. He says, then Rosa's back is really bad. I was kind of surprised she's been at the tapings every week for Spanish commentary, and I know when she's trained in the ring, showed one of them on All Access, and granted that was months ago, but I've still heard when she's training, she's hurting a lot. Her back is not better. They reintroduced her. I don't know what role she would be. I didn't get the impression that she was ready to return so quickly.
What? Why would you bring her back?
Why the fuck? Dude, you did the same thing with Jeff Hardy, bro. Like, why would you do that?
Stop bringing people back that aren't medically cleared, dog.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
This company, man, they make no goddamn sense.
None at all. None at all, bro. So, all right, man. So, let's talk about AEW's plan for their Collision premiere and the brand split rumor update. In an update, a new report from Fightful Select notes that AEW has major plans and a marquee match tentatively planned for the Collision premiere. Furthermore, Punk is reportedly pushing for a huge match early in his return. A program with Chris Jericho has been discussed. The meeting between Jericho and Punk was held, but word is that Punk pushed for another opponent during his comeback, which obviously I believe it to be Samoa Joe. The previous report linked above how AEW Rampage will continue to air as a 1-hour show on Friday with a roster split expected. We also heard, obviously we heard the initial reports that AEW wasn't going to do a hard brand split. They're going to do a soft brand split. But honestly, from the way it looks on Wednesday and the way Tony Khan described a fresh roster, it looks like we're going to be getting a hard brand split.
I hope so, man. I really fucking hope so, man. It's what they need. It really is what they need at this point.
Yes, I'm all for that. Absolutely. So Rampage will continue to air on each Friday with a roster split expected, with one group working Wednesday and another group working Saturday, because Rampage is likely to be taped on Wednesday. That would mean the show would predominantly feature the Wednesday crew. It was further stated that the Saturday crew would be headed by Punk and AEW World Tag Team Champions FTR, while the Wednesday crew will likely be led by the EVPs, the Elite, and the Blackpool Combat Club. Jericho was rumored for the Saturday crew because Punk in particular would need a strong opponent. In an update on the rumored roster split, this new report notes Rampage will become a production that more resembles what WWE Heat once was. It was noted that many indie wrestlers will be more likely to get opportunities on ROH. Multiple sources have reported that the new AEW Warner Bros. Discovery TV deal does not include ROH, and it will continue to be aired on Honor Club. The rumored roster split is not expected to be a hard brand split associated with the new show, but there is word that there are plans to have a fresh roster approach that makes no fucking sense. And like I said, from the way it looked on Wednesday, it sounded like a hard roster split to me.
It really did, man. It really did. So, who knows how they're going to do this, man? I hope they do that hard roster split, and it looks like it. And Rampage is just main event at this fucking point. Even they fucking
100%.
admitted it.
100%. So there are several AEW wrestlers who have been sidelined, but they will be booked on the show. Again, it's for all the disgruntled misfits, but have not been outright told they are. In regards to AEW possibly trying to keep Punk and the Elite apart for obvious reasons, sources indicated that both crews will occasionally appear on Dynamite and Collision when it's called for. Dude, if you're going to do a soft brand split, the concept, they're going to give up on the concept.
Exactly. They're just going to...
That's why they need to do a hard brand split and commit to it, in my honest opinion.
Oh, 100%. They have to commit to that shit.
Definitely, man. So, yeah, man. So that is all the news on the roster split. That is the news on the roster split and the plans for AEW Collision. Dude, they really need to do a hard brand split for sure. Right. I think it would be awesome because you're eventually going to give up on, and I mean, what's the point of designating people to shows but not committing to it? You know what I mean? Like, why have Punk come back and be like, yeah, you're going to be a Saturday guy, but not tell everybody, but then you're not gonna be a Saturday guy sometimes. It's like, it's so confusing. Like,
exactly, man.
I don't know, man. Just do a fucking hard brand split, bro. Just do a hard brand split, because eventually, bro, you're gonna give up on the concept, and then AEW Collision, it's just going to slip further and further. Then you're just going to put all the people that you don't want to put on Dynamite on there, and it's just going to be a mess, dude. Just go with the hard brand split, man.
Exactly, man. It's the bad they need to do, and I think it would just improve everybody on television. It would give people more time, more space, more TV time. It's the perfect solution at this point if you're not willing to fire at least 40 people from the count of their fucking roster, man. So I hope they make it a hard, fresh brand split, man. And I hope it goes well, man. An AEW draft sounds amazing to me, man. I would love to see it. I genuinely would. So I like the sound of that. Although I will say, they need to do fucking GMs, man. WWE should have done GMs with their fucking draft.
They have Adam Pearce, the official.
Just his ass doing both fucking shows makes no goddamn sense. Same with AEW, man. Give me some goddamn GMs, man. You don't have to do it instantly, but eventually you kind of need them, man, if you ask me. But I hope it goes well, man. I hope it goes well and goes through, and I hope it's a hard brand split that really separates this roster, and each show can become its own thing.
Definitely, bro. Definitely, man. So, with our last story for AEW, AEW's new show Collision is rumored to be a part of a $1 billion deal. Another rumor I kept hearing a lot of people say, I don't really know. I'm not really going to put too much stock into it, to be honest, because I just don't know, man. I have to see it to believe it. But, TK, it is a rumor going around that the Collision commentary team, and it also needs to be different from Dynamite as well. The Collision commentary team could be Mauro Ranallo and Nigel McGuinness. I don't know. Just seems too good to be true. I'll have to believe it. I'll see it to believe it first, man.
Exactly, man. Exactly. I would hope so. That'd be my dream.
That sounds
But
fantastic.
let's hope so, man. Let's hope so.
Definitely, man. So, during the Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez spoke about AEW's new television deal. There is a lot of discussions about how much the company is making and how much they had left in their old deal. He says, "If I'm doing the math here, their deal shouldn't be up for another year. They had the 4-year extension in 2020. It was a 3-year deal with an option here. I've heard some people say this is the option year, and I've heard other people say that it's next year. Obviously, if they signed a deal, none of this matters." Brian Alvarez also addressed the rumor that AEW is getting $1 billion for a 5-year deal. He claims to have asked people in the company about this, but nobody can confirm that. Nobody can confirm that and said it's not likely. Sean Ross Sapp also noted behind Fightful's paywall that he has heard talks of a $1 billion deal over the next few years, but can't confirm that figure. He says there are a lot of discussions and rumors both online within Warner Bros. Discovery and AEW about this deal being a $1 billion deal over the next few years. That could be true if all of the deals are. Over the next few years, it could be true if all of the deals are explored. However, Warner Bros. Discovery have indicated to us that Collision was the planned upcoming announcement and opposed to an all-encompassing deal that would include Dynamite, AEW, and Warner Bros. Discovery have not confirmed a dollar figure.
Man, oh man.
Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting. Well, I could easily see that happening, man. I think they're very happy with AEW. They gave them a reality show. They are a figurehead of TBS. And they have a little bit of a presence on TNT, and I think that presence is going to get bigger. But also, be ready for that show to get flopped around a lot because TNT values the NBA, way more than they value AEW. But I think, they're a figurehead of TNT, of TBS. TNT is the problem, really. TNT, and I don't think they do it because they don't like AEW. I think they just like other things more.
It's just the NBA, man. Even I would be like, all right, you kind of got to put the NBA first, man. It's the fucking NBA.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you can't really hinder it at all. So it's kind of just one of those necessary evils they gotta commit against AEW. But they fucking love AEW. And I think they could hit that $1 billion deal, man. I think they can, man, and that would be awesome, man. I think it's possible. I think it is.
Definitely, bro. I think so too, man. I think so too. I think it would be. I think they could do it. I think they could do it, and I think that would be great for the company. So, yeah, man. But that's everything we got for today, man. That's everything we got for today. So, with that, again, let me remind you guys, we will not be live Monday. Instead, around 11:30-ish, The normal time. Well, what has became the normal time we do unscripted. On tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we're gonna be talking all things Dynamite, and things SmackDown too. If anything, of note is worth talking about. We'll obviously probably touch on it anyway because there would have been no WWE product for the week unless we want to talk about NXT and ROH. So.
Nope.
Which is absolutely a hard
Yeah.
no for me. So, so we'll be talking about all things Dynamite, man. We'll be touching on a little bit of SmackDown too, man. So with that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast, man. This has been episode 161 of the podcast, man. And with that, it has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious podcast. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys, man. We love you guys. And we will see you guys tomorrow with Notorious Unscripted.
Peace.
I used to get deals on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold when what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is